greatness. It's a word that gets thrown around so easily. Printed on shirts, shouted in locker rooms, written in captions under pictures that capture only the final result, never the process. But the truth is, greatness isn't something you inherit. It's not something handed to you. It's not a birthright or a lucky accident. Greatness is a decision to push yourself beyond the limits that everyone else accepts as enough. Everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants to be remembered, respected, admired. But when the time comes to pay the price that greatness demands, when the alarm clock rings before dawn, when the weight of sacrifice gets heavy, that's when most people walk away. Because greatness isn't glamorous when you're chasing it. It's not bright lights and applause. It's early mornings, lonely nights, and endless work that no one ever sees. Greatness lives in the shadows long before it shines in the spotlight. It's built when no one's clapping. It's earned when no one's watching. It's those hours you spend perfecting something that others gave up on. It's the 1,000 repetitions that look like failure, but are really preparation. And that's the truth most people don't want to face. Greatness requires isolation before it earns recognition. See, everyone says they want success, but few are willing to go through the process that success demands. We live in a world that celebrates results, but ignores the grind behind them. We see the highlight reel, not the blood, sweat, and tears that came before it, but the ones who understand, the ones who truly become great. They don't chase the outcome. Fall in love with the process. They find purpose in the repetition, meaning in the discipline, pride in the struggle. Greatness isn't about luck. It's not about chance. It's about choices. Daily deliberate choices to give more when you feel like giving up. It's the moment you decide that you will not be defined by your circumstances, but by your commitment. Because no one wakes up one day and discovers greatness waiting on their doorstep. You build it brick by brick, decision by decision, action by action, until one day you look back and realize you've become something unstoppable. But here's what most people miss. Greatness doesn't start with skill. It starts with mindset. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you lack discipline, your talent will fade. You can have all the opportunities in the world, but if you lack hunger, you'll let them slip away. Greatness belongs to those who refuse to settle, those who decide that good enough will never be good enough again. And let me tell you, greatness will test you. It will break you down before it builds you up. It will demand sacrifices that most aren't willing to make. You'll lose sleep. You'll face doubt. You'll be misunderstood. And sometimes you'll stand alone. But in those moments when it feels like you're walking through fire, that's when greatness is shaping you. That's when your character is being carved into something unshakable. The truth, greatness is this. It never gives itself to the comfortable. It hides behind pain, behind rejection, behind failure. It waits for the one who's willing to keep showing up even when the results don't come right away. It rewards the one who has the patience to plant seeds and the courage to keep watering them even when there's no sign of growth yet. Because greatness doesn't bloom overnight. It grows slowly through consistency, resilience, and faith. So if you truly want greatness, stop looking for shortcuts. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Stop waiting for permission to start. The world doesn't owe you greatness. It only offers you the chance to earn it. And that chance is disguised as hard work, as repetition, as effort that seems endless, but is never wasted. Every day is a test. Every day is an opportunity. The question is, will you rise to meet it? Will you choose to work when it's hard, when it's lonely, when it's thankless? Because greatness isn't measured by what you achieve in front of others. It's measured by what you're willing to do when no one is there to witness it. Remember this. The path to greatness is not crowded. It's quiet. It's demanding. It's relentless. But if you have the courage to walk it, the patience to endure it, and the hunger to stay on it, hey, baby, you will find something far greater than success. Hey, bro, you will find pride, purpose, legacy. That is the truth about greatness. Hebrew, and that truth will never change. The pursuit of excellence is not a path for the faint-hearted. It's not for those who crave comfort or validation. It's for those who are willing to pay the price, a price that few even understand, let alone commit to paying. Everyone admires excellence from the outside. They see the results, the recognition, the success, but what they don't see is the sacrifice that came before it, the nights of exhaustion, the hours of repetition, the years of discipline that nobody celebrated. Excellence demands everything: your time, your focus, your energy, your peace of mind. It asks for more than talent. It asks for total devotion. Hey, there's a reason so few people reach the level of true mastery, because somewhere along the way, most people decide the cost is too high. They want the reward, but not the grind. They want the applause, but not the silence. They want the victory, but not the struggle that shapes a champion. But excellence is not a bargain you can negotiate. You can't half commit to being great. You can't expect results from work you didn't do. Excellence demands your full attention, your unwavering consistency, your relentless heart. It doesn't accept excuses. It only responds to effort. The price of excellence begins with discipline. Discipline, the excitement fades. Discipline when no one's watching. Discipline when your body is tired and your mind whispers, take it easy, babe. Because discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement. And the moment you decide that your feelings won't dictate your effort, that's the moment you step into the realm of excellence. But it doesn't stop there. Hey, brothers, the price also includes sacrifice, real sacrifice. Sacrificing comfort for growth. Sacrificing distraction for focus. Sacrificing what's easy for what's meaningful. You'll lose sleep. You'll lose friends who don't understand your vision. You'll lose moments of relaxation because your dream won't let you rest. But every sacrifice you make becomes a brick in the foundation of your greatness. There'll be days when you question if it's worth it. Days when progress feels invisible. Days when your effort goes unnoticed and your results seem far away. But that's when you must remember the price of excellence is always paid in advance. You don't get to see the reward before you earn it. At Brookie, you pay with sweat now and you collect the glory later. And make no mistake, Ants will test you. It will test your patience when things move slower than you want. It will test your resilience when everything you built seems to fall apart. It will test your humility when success starts to whisper lies of comfort in your ear. Because the pursuit of excellence doesn't end when you win. It begins again every single day. The higher you rise, the more it asks of you. Excellence requires consistency, not just effort once in a while, but effort always. It's not about how hard you work for a week. It's about how committed you are over years. Anyone can give everything for a short burst. The great ones give everything again and again and again without needing applause, without needing motivation, without needing proof. They do it because they've decided that average will never satisfy them. And here's the truth. Excellence doesn't guarantee fame or recognition. Sometimes your greatest work will go unseen. Sometimes your dedication misunderstood. But the reward of excellence isn't the trophy, the title, or the applause. It's the pride of knowing you gave everything you had. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you never cheated the process. That's something no one can take from you. So understand this. The price of excellence is steep, but the cost of mediocrity is far greater. Mediocrity costs your potential. It costs your dreams. It costs your self-respect. It leaves you with regret. That silent pain that whispers. Weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. If you truly want to rise to the level of greatness, you must accept that the journey will hurt. It will challenge you, drain you, break you. But in breaking you, it will also rebuild you into something unshakable. Because excellence isn't a destination, it's a way of living. It's the standard you choose to hold yourself to, no matter who's watching, no matter what's happening around you.
Eat big every morning.
You are presented with a choice to do what's easy or to do what's right. A Bersac, to settle or to stretch. Abraquis, to coast or to climb. And that decision, day after day, defines who you become. So if you want excellence, real, lasting, undeniable excellence, prepare to pay the price. Hebrew, give your time, give your sweat, give your focus, give your everything. Hebrew, because nothing less will ever be enough. And when the world finally sees your success, you'll know the truth. Deep down, Hebrew, the real victory wasn't the result. It was your refusal to quit while paying the price. The greatest fight you'll ever face is not against another person. It's not against competition, circumstance, or the opinions of others. The greatest battle is the one that happens inside you every single day. It's the war between your potential and your excuses, between your purpose and your comfort, between who you are and who you're capable of becoming. You can conquer the world, but if you haven't conquered yourself, it means you'll achieve titles, earn respect, and win recognition. But if you can't control your mind, your emotions, and your habits, all of it will crumble. The battle within is the foundation of greatness, because before you win in life, you must win within. Every morning, a voice greets you. Hebrew, one voice says, you've done enough, take it easy, you deserve to rest. Hebrew, and another voice says, you're not done yet, there's more inside you. Those voices will fight for your attention. The one you listen to will decide your future. The truth is, most people lose not because they lack ability, but because they lose this inner battle. They listen to doubt instead of discipline. Hebrew, they feed fear instead of courage. Hebrew, they protect comfort instead of chasing growth. And every time they give in to that weakness, it grows stronger. Hebrew, every time they quit early, it becomes easier to quit again. But the ones who rise, the ones who separate themselves from the crowd, are those who master that in war. Hebrew, they feel fear, but they move anyway. Hebrew, they feel doubt, but they take the next step anyway. They feel pain, but they refuse to let it define them. Hebrew, they understand that strength isn't built the moment you feel powerful. It's built the moment you feel broken and keep going anyway. Greatness begins the moment you stop negotiating with yourself. When you stop saying, I'll do it later. Hey, bro, when you stop giving yourself permission to be less than your best. Because self-discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. Hybrid freedom from regret, freedom from mediocrity, freedom from being controlled by your emotions. Hey, bro, when you win the battle within, you no longer need motivation, you become it. But understand this, your inner war never ends. Hebrew, there's no finish line, no final victory where you can rest forever. Every day, that voice of doubt will return. Every day, fear will test your resolve. And every day, you must decide again who you're going to be. That decision doesn't get easier, but you get stronger. And strength, true strength, isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up every single time. You see, comfort is the silent killer of potential. It whispers that everything's fine as it is. It tells you to slow down, to relax, to stop reaching so high. But comfort never created greatness. It never built champions, never shaped leaders, never ignited legacies. It's resistance, not ease, that reveals who you really are. It's struggle that brings clarity.
However, it's pain that awakens purpose. When you push past your limits,
Something incredible happens inside you, Hebrew. You begin to trust yourself. You begin to realize that you're stronger than you thought, braver than you believed, and more capable than you imagined. That's the transformation the world can't see. The quiet evolution of your spirit, because when you learn to conquer yourself, no obstacle can ever truly defeat you. Hebrew, and don't mistake silence for weakness. Sometimes the hardest battles are fought quietly, in the mind, in the heart, when no one's around to witness it. When you're fighting to stay consistent, to stay focused, to stay true to your goals, that's the war that defines your destiny. That's where greatness is born. So when fear comes, face it. Iberi, when doubt whispers, challenge it. When your mind tells you to quit, remind it who's in control. Because every time you win that small internal fight, you move closer to the person you were meant to be. Iberi, you build momentum. You build confidence. You build unshakable belief. Iberi, the battle within will never stop. Iberi, but neither should you. Because the world doesn't belong to the strongest body or the loudest voice. It belongs to the one who refuses to surrender to weakness. The one who in the quiet moments of struggle decides, I will not lose to myself. That's where greatness begins. Not in victory over others, but in victory over who you used to be. And once you win that battle, once you master that discipline, once you silence that voice of doubt, Iberi, there is nothing left that can stand in your way. Consistency. That's the real secret that separates the great from the good. Iberi, not talent, not luck, not opportunity. Iberi, consistency. Because talent fades when it's not nurtured. Luck runs out when it's not supported by effort. Opportunity disappears when it's not seized with discipline. But consistency, that's what keeps you moving forward when everything else stops working. You see, anyone can work hard for a day. Iberi, anyone can give everything they have when they feel inspired. But true greatness is not about what you do once in a while. It's about what you do every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Iberi, consistency doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention. It just shows up quietly, relentlessly, until it turns effort into excellence. The truth is, there's no magic formula to success. Iberi, no secret shortcut, no hidden path. Iberi, it's repetition. It's patience. It's doing the right thing again and again until it becomes a part of who you are. Iberi, because consistency isn't a habit, it's an identity. It's saying, no matter what happens, I will keep going. I will show up. I will give my best. Iberi, the power of consistency, the consistency lies in its simplicity. Iberi, it's not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's often boring. It's the alarm clock going off before sunrise. Iberi, it's staying late when everyone else has gone home. It's choosing discipline over distraction every single time. And in those moments when no one's clapping, when the progress feels invisible, that's when consistency is building your foundation brick by brick. People often underestimate how small actions repeated daily create massive results. They look for big breakthroughs, forgetting that greatness is a slow build, an accumulation of effort stacked over time. Every practice, every repetition, every decision to show up when it's hard, it compounds. Iberi, it builds resilience. It builds skill. It builds confidence. Iberi, you said pain. Iberi, it's a word most people run from, a feeling most try to avoid. Iberi, but those who truly understand greatness know something others don't. Pain isn't your enemy. You rise. Iberi, pain introduces you to your limits and then dares you to break them. Her peak teaches lessons comfort never could. It humbles you. It tests your patience. It strips away ego, laziness, and entitlement. It forces you to look in the mirror and ask, how much do I really want this? Because greatness is never handed to the one who avoids pain. It's earned by the one who endures it, learns from it, and grows through it. The beauty of pain is that it transforms you. Iberi, it turns fear into courage. Iberi, it turns doubt into determination. It turns it into wisdom. Iberi, every time you face pain and refuse to run, you evolve. You build a version of yourself that can withstand more, that can endure longer, that can fight harder. Pain doesn't weaken you. It strengthens the parts of you that comfort kept asleep. There's a reason diamonds are formed under pressure. Iberi, there's a reason muscles grow after being torn. There's a reason progress always follows discomfort. Iberi, because nothing of real value is ever created in ease. You must go through something to become something. Most people pray for the pain to stop, but the ones who rise, they pray for the strength to keep going through it. They don't ask for an easier path. They ask to become tougher, sharper, more resilient. They understand that pain is not a wall, it's a doorway. Doorway you must walk through to reach your highest potential. When you start to see pain differently, everything changes. You stop fearing challenges. You stop running from failure. You begin to welcome the struggle because you know what it's doing to you. Building your character. It's testing your will. It's hardening your resolve. And when you come out on the other side, you're no longer the same. You're wiser, stronger, and ready for what's next. But make no mistake, the process will hurt. You will question yourself. You will face days when it feels like progress isn't worth the suffering. But remember, growth is supposed to be uncomfortable. It means you're shedding the old version of yourself that can't handle where you're headed. It means you're evolving. Pain is not punishment. It's preparation. It's life asking you, how bad do you really want it? And your answer is not in your words. It's in your endurance. Can you keep going when you're tired? Can you keep believing when nothing's working? Can you keep pushing when it hurts? Because that's what separates the dreamers from the doers, the hopeful from the hungry, the average from the exceptional. Every time you rise through pain, you earn power, not over others, but over yourself. You become unbreakable, not because life stopped testing you, but because you stopped breaking. You stopped running, you started embracing. You understood that pain is not the obstacle to greatness. It's the path to it. So don't hide from pain. Don't curse it. Use it. Learn from it. Grow through it. Because every ounce of pain you endure now is shaping the version of you that will stand tall when others fall. And when you finally reach your goals, when the world sees your success, they'll never know the pain that built it, but you will. And that knowledge will be worth every second of the struggle. Greatness isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's not measured by comparison. It's measured by consistency, discipline, and the standard you choose to live by. Because the truth is, the world doesn't define your greatness. You do. And the moment you decide to hold yourself to a higher standard, everything about your life begins to change. You see, most people operate based on what's expected of them. They do just enough to get by. They work hard when someone's watching. They perform when it matters publicly, but they relax when accountability disappears. They let the environment dictate their effort. But those who rise to greatness, they have a different code. They live by an internal standard that doesn't bend for convenience or comfort. A standard means you don't wait for motivation. You move because it's who you are. It means you don't lower your effort to match the energy of the people around you. You don't settle for mediocrity just because others are satisfied with average. You hold yourself to the level of excellence you expect every day, in every detail, even when no one would know the difference. Because that's where greatness is formed, in the moments where no one else would care, but you still do. The way you do the small things is the way you'll do everything. If you cut corners when it's easy, you'll cut corners when it's hard. If you show up halfway when it doesn't matter, you'll show up halfway when it does. Your standard is not a reflection of the situation. It's a reflection of your character. There comes a point when you realize that greatness is not about winning once. It's about winning daily. It's not about the grand moments of achievement. It's about the daily moments of decision. The decision to do what's right, to do what's difficult, to do what most won't. Because excellence isn't achieved in one giant leap. It's built in 1,000 small choices made with intention. When you set a high standard, you make people uncomfortable. Not because you're arrogant, but because you remind them of what they could be. You remind them that there's another level they haven't reached yet. But never lower your standard to make others feel better. If someone feels pressure in your presence, let it be the kind that inspires them to rise, not the kind that convinces you to shrink. The world will always try to pull you back to average. It will tell you that you're too intense, too focused, too demanding. But remember, the ones who built greatness were once misunderstood too. Hey, breacher, they were called obsessive, unreasonable, relentless. And they were, because that's what it takes. Hebrew average never creates excellence, and comfort never creates legacy. Hebrew setting a standard isn't about perfection. It's about accountability. It's about demanding the best from yourself, even when circumstances aren't ideal. It's about doing what you said you would do, long after the emotion that made you say it has faded. Your standard is your promise to yourself. And the moment you start breaking that promise, you start breaking your potential. When you live with high standards, life begins to shift. Brother, you attract discipline. You attract respect. You attract excellence, not because you chase it, but because it becomes who you are. And that's the difference between those who achieve temporary success and those who build lasting greatness. One performs for approval, the other performs for integrity. Ask yourself, what is the standard you live by? Do you do just enough to feel accomplished, or do you push beyond to become exceptional? Do you hold yourself accountable when no one's watching, or do you let excuses take over when pressure fades? Because your standard determines your story. And the higher you set it, the higher your life will rise to meet it. There's power in saying, this is who I am, this is how I show up, this is the level I refuse to drop below. That declaration builds identity. It creates direction. It breeds consistency. And when life gets tough, when challenges come, your standard becomes your anchor. It keeps you grounded in purpose, focused in chaos, and strong under pressure. Never let the world convince you to lower it. Because when you compromise your standard, you compromise your potential. But when you protect it, when you honor it, you build a legacy that outlasts applause, titles, and recognition. So set your standard high. Let it guide you, shape you, and remind you of who you are. Because in the end, doesn't come from doing extraordinary things once. It comes from doing ordinary things extraordinarily well over and over again. And that begins with one choice. The choice to never drop your stand. There comes a moment in every journey when thinking is no longer enough, when talking, planning, and dreaming must give way to action. That moment is now. Because the truth is, greatness doesn't wait. It doesn't pause for perfect timing or ideal circumstances or easy paths. It rewards those who move, those who decide, those who dare to act when everything in them says to wait. So stop waiting for the right moment. There isn't one. Stop hoping for the perfect opportunity. It may never come. Stop saying someday, because someday is a lie we tell ourselves to delay our destiny. The time is now. The question is, will rise? Greatness is not found in comfort zones. It's found in the decision to step out of them. It's found in the discipline to keep showing up when you're tired, in the courage to face your fears, and in the determination to move forward even when you can't see the full path ahead. The ones who make it, the ones who become legends, are not the ones who had each their thing. They're the ones who gave everything. You've heard what greatness demands. You've felt what it takes, the discipline, the pain, the consistency, the sacrifice. Now it's time to embody it, because the world doesn't care about what you plan to do. It only sees what you do. It only remembers the ones who turn their intentions into impact, their goals into greatness. No one is coming to hand you success. No one is coming to push you, to wake you up, to remind you of your potential. It's on you. You are the motivation. You are the reason. You are the power. Everything you need to start. Livy lives inside you. Courage, will, purpose. But they only come alive when you act. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't need approval from anyone. The only thing you need is decide right now that you will no longer settle for anything less than the greatness you're capable of. Because your life won't change until you do Your future won't shift until you move. Your dream won't become reality until you put in the work that greatness requires. Every day you wake up, you have two choices: to rise or to retreat. Hybrid, to chase your vision or to chase your comfort, to push forward or to stay still. And those choices, repeated over time, become your story. Hebrew, they define your legacy. The greatest tragedy is not failure. It's potential that was never used, dreams that were never chased, gifts that were never unwrapped because fear won the battle. Hebrew, don't let that be your story. Don't let hesitation write your ending. Stand up and demand more from yourself. More focus, more fight, more faith. The work will be hard, the road will be long, but that's what makes it worth it. Because when you earn greatness, when you fight for it, when you bleed for it, it means something. Hebrew, it becomes part of you. Understand this. Greatness is not a destination. It's a lifestyle. It's not a trophy you win once. It's a standard you live by forever. Bro, it's waking up every morning with fire in your chest and purpose in your heart. It's the relentless pursuit of better, not because you have to, but because you refuse not to. Hebrew, so rise. Hebrew, rise with discipline. Rise with passion. Hebrew, rise with conviction so strong that doubt has no room to breathe. Hebrew, take that first step, no matter how small, then take another and another. Because the distance between who you are and who you want to be is measured only by the steps you're willing to take. This is your moment. Hebrew, your fight. Hebrew, your time to prove to yourself that you were built for more. Don't let excuses steal your greatness. Don't let fear silence your potential. Don't let comfort kill your purpose. You've come too far, fought too long, and endured too much to stop now. The world doesn't need another dreamer. It needs another doer. It needs someone willing to go beyond, to set the standard, to show what hard work and heart can create. Let's stand deepen. Because greatness isn't given, it's earned. And now it's your turn to earn it.